Hi, thank you for joining me for this video. It will be a pick a card and it is guidance for singles with regards to a love relationship. Now these will be general messages and so they may or may not resonate with you, and that's okay. Just take what does and please leave the rest. There will be timestamps in the description box below for each of the piles messages. And also please like the video, please share the video, and feel free to leave any comments because this all helps the algorithms, which helps more people see the videos and helps my channel to grow. Also, I would ask you to please subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. I really would appreciate that, and that again helps my channel to grow and helps get the messages out there. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos. Alright, so let's start by getting the messages that Source wishes to send through to help you understand about yourself and about your relationships. Let's see what the messages wish to come through. Now the first card will be an old pattern or belief that you still hold about relationships and why you are not in the kind of relationship that you are longing for. What is that first card's message, please, which helps the viewers understand this, please? What is the first card? Okay, we have that one. Now the second card is the quality within yourself that you overlook or ignore that you need to express more openly and confidently. What is that? Okay, we have that one there. And the third card's message will be the action you can take. Alright, I'm going to take that one. Or the energy to embrace in order to move in the direction of the kind of partner and relationship you want. Okay, so we'll start again now for row 2 or pile 2. An old pattern, okay, that one wanted to come. So that's the old pattern or belief you still hold about relationships and why you are not in the kind of relationship you are longing for. And the second message, please, is the quality within yourself that you overlook or ignore that you need to express more confidently and more openly. Okay, we have that one. And the third card is the actions you can take or the energy to embrace in order to move in the direction of the kind of partner and relationship that you want. Okay. So now we'll go to row 3 or pile 3. The old pattern or belief that you still hold about relationships and why you are not in the kind of relationship that you long for. Okay. The second card, the quality within yourself that you overlook or ignore that you need to express more openly and confidently. Okay. And the third card is the action you can take or the energy to embrace. Okay, I want to take this one. In order to move in the direction of the kind of partner and relationship that you want. Okay, so focus in on these cards and see where your attention is being drawn to. Try and feel into where you're guided rather than think logically or pick, a number that whatever. Try and feel more into it intuitively rather than from the logical side of your brain. If you need more time, then please pause the video. Otherwise, we'll start with this row, which is row 1. Okay, so card 1 Old pattern or belief you still hold about relationships and why you are not in the kind of relationship you long for. And we have the distorted feminine. So let's see what the message is that this card is bringing through. It is time to recognize the distorted feminine in your life. Release these negative patterns and live fully and happily in the present. The distorted feminine may not appear to run the world in the same way the distorted masculine does, yet it is just as commonplace and equally destructive. The distorted feminine is characterized by negative emotions, depression, neediness, a sense of going around in circles or need for pointless drama, feeling unattractive or being trapped and powerless. In this mode, the feminine can even be dishonest by means of manipulation, not saying what she really means or by being unclear about what she needs. This gives rise to unspoken or even unfair expectations. The distorted feminine may seek to catch out or trip up another in order to have something to be angry or upset about. This need for attention, whatever the cost and expression of insecurity, can damage her health, her relationships, and even her career prospects. After centuries in the shadows, receiving little credit for her effort and shouldering guilt and blame at the hands of global institutions, the feminine is tired. Maybe she feels unloved and unsupported by the masculine in her world. Maybe life seems like a struggle. While some of these things may be true, remaining in the distorted feminine is not the way to resolve them. The distorted feminine is lurking somewhere in your life and is asking to be acknowledged and healed. Being honest with yourself about what is really happening is the first huge step towards empowerment. Are you constantly becoming involved with the wrong kind of partner? Do you blame your mate for the things that aren't working in your life? Do you second guess yourself or imagine that other people think ill of you? Are you afraid to ask for what you really need and want, or are you waiting until someone else figures it out and gives it to you? Are you dwelling on old feelings of hurt or disappointment? Your angels and spirit guides want you to know that now is the time to bring this energy to the surface. Bless it for what it has taught you, then let it go. It is time to live in and for the present. So the quality within yourself that you overlook or ignore, that you need to express more openly and confidently, is the message we have from card 2, which is yin and yang. So let's see now what the message is that this is sending through for you. Strive for harmony and balance in your inner and outer life through change, reflection, and growth. Love, relationships, and life in general are infused with the yin and the yang energies of both the feminine and the masculine. When the feminine and masculine energies flow well together and around each other, you will be blessed with harmony, balance, abundance, and joy. When there is too much of one energy or when one is weak, you will be challenged in certain areas of your life and relationships. In an existing relationship, there may be too much yin if the female is dominant in some way. Maybe the home is too pretty and the male cannot find a place where he feels comfortable, or their lives have become all about the children and the sexual yang energy has disappeared. Or if there is too much yang present, the female will feel suppressed or controlled. Whatever the imbalance, it needs to be addressed. If you are seeking your soulmate, take a moment to sit quietly and tune into your own balance of yin and yang. Do you have a tendency to be too passive, too much yin, with a potential partner, or too aggressive, too much yang. If you always let the other person make the decisions, or if you are always the one trying to make something happen, then it's time to create more balance. This card today is asking you to consider the levels of yin and yang in your life and make adjustments where necessary. Make the required changes in your behaviour, environment, and even your wardrobe. Outer change must be accompanied by inner reflection and growth. Contemplate the yin-yang symbol, then close your eyes and meditate on the feeling of your energies being balanced and harmonious once more. Call in whichever one you feel you need more of, and wear a yin-yang symbol as a pendant for an even stronger connection to the balance and harmony it depicts. So the quality that you need to express more openly and confidently is balance. A balanced divine feminine and a balanced divine masculine, which is the yin and the yang. Alright, so now let's see, card 3 is the action you can take or the energy to embrace in order to move in the direction of the kind of partner and relationship you want. And we have manifestation. Okay, so obviously you need to start thinking about the type of person that you want as your partner, and then start trying to manifest that. And that is by imagining yourself with that person, imagining yourself doing certain things together with that person. So let's see what the book says with regards to this message. It's easy to connect with the energy of all that is available to you in the universe. There are many times in life when we wish we could manifest a specific item, situation, or even person. Many people know how to visualize what they want, but how often do they consider the quality of the vibration or frequency they are emanating? If you are trying to manifest something but your chakras are out of alignment and not working together, this can create an energy that blocks whatever it is you wish to attract. The following heart manifestation balance helps you bring your heart, solar plexus and navel chakras into alignment so that your energy can work for you. It's so simple. Your heart chakra represents your heart's desires and intuition. Your solar plexus chakra represents your sense of self, material reality and your gut instincts, and your navel chakra represents your creativity, fertility and ability to manifest. Once you have located these 3 powerful energy centres at the centre of your chest, the centre of your midriff and just below your navel, simply imagine a flow of energy and light moving through and connecting the 3 of them in a figure 8 configuration, which is what it is showing you here. When you begin, it may be difficult to visualize or feel anything. The figure 8 may feel heavy or sluggish, or weak and watery. In its healthy state, this energy connection will be rich in a beautiful bright colour and feel like a strong, even flow pulsing up and down through the figure 8 shape. Placing your hands on any of these 3 chakras may help you feel the energy, and closing your eyes can make it easier to sense the clear, bright colour emerging in your heart manifestation connection. Once you have a feel for the energy pulsing up and down smoothly, you can add the final ingredient of this practice. Focus on what it is you would like to manifest. This is a great balance to do as you are lying in bed. Morning or evening is fine. You can start your day by tuning into your heart's desire, or drift off to sleep while connecting to all that is available to you in the universe. And remember, your intention and willingness are the most important factors, so even if you don't see or feel much, be sure to persevere. Okay, so that was the guidance for you singles that chose pile 1. I hope there was something in there that resonated for you or will help you to move into the right direction to find the right partner that you wish to have in your life. So I thank you for listening, and I hope I should catch you in another one of my videos. Thank you. Okay, for those of you who chose this second row or this second pile, let's have a look and see what the messages are that are coming through for you. So the first card is the old pattern or belief you still hold about relationships and why you are not in the kind of relationship that you are longing for. Okay, so let's see what the first message is. Okay, so we have the Divine Masculine. So let's have a look and see what the message is that this is bringing through for you. When harnessed in a healthy way, the Divine Masculine creates structure for the benefit of all he touches. The Divine Masculine emerges in direct response to the presence of the Divine Feminine. He is always present but needs the positive space created and held by the feminine in order to grow and develop. This masculine energy is characterized by protecting what is truly valuable, being attentive, helpful and able to make decisions. It displays leadership qualities, a sense of accomplishment and sets goals, building and creating for the good of all rather than individual gain, while facing and overcoming challenges in a more linear, direct approach to getting things done. The masculine is sensitive, spiritual and intuitive, but he approaches and expresses these qualities in ways that are different from the feminine. The masculine enjoys getting results and experiencing a physical outcome from his effort, often utilising art or music as a rich embellishment to honour the feminine energy that also flows through his creation. The Divine Masculine can move mountains, yet be incredibly subtle at the same time. He needs to return to the feminine forces regularly to replenish himself, which in the past was regarded as a weakness, leading to the distorted approach of attempting to dominate or control the feminine. Yet when he looks around him, he sees that the feminine is available to him in unlimited abundance, and he is free. This card today is saying that because your masculine energy needs to create or achieve something, to bring a project through to its fulfilling conclusion for the good of all, and to let go of the idea that you are weak because you need the nurturing support of the feminine. Look to the things that need to be done in your life. Look to where you are too hard on yourself or excessively independent, and give your Divine Masculine permission to work his magic in his own way. So an old pattern or belief that you're holding on to is that, and the reason you're not in a relationship that you're longing for is because you are portraying the Divine Masculine too much. Basically, you're not in balance. You are coming more from a controlling aspect. You probably feel that you are the only one who knows you. You are the only one who truly has your back, and this can put walls up so that you don't actually allow anyone else to come in and help you or support you we're talking in an intimate relationship. And this can stem from past relationships, obviously, where you have been hurt in the past and where you have felt that unsupportedness, and so you have had to be that Divine Masculine. You have had to be the one that makes all the decisions. You're the one that has had to put everything in place to get what you want. And it is really hard to come from that into a place where you come from a more balanced divine masculine and divine feminine energy. So this is something that you may need to work on to heal from, so that you are in a more balanced way that you are projecting to prospective partners. Okay, so we'll go to card 2 now, which is the quality within yourself that you overlook or ignore that you need to express more openly and confidently. Okay, so let's see what that is. Okay, so we have spiritual maturity. So let's see what the message is that is coming through with regards to this card. Honouring your own spiritual growth and that of your beloved is vital for a loving relationship. What is spiritual maturity and why is it important in a loving relationship? Take a moment now to think about how you would answer these questions. Spiritual maturity will also take into account spiritual compatibility. For example, if you believe in reincarnation, karma, and a higher power that lovingly guides you, then how compatible can you be with a person who believes in a judgmental God and only one opportunity to get it right before being sent to heaven or hell? Being spiritually mature means that you can accept another person's views while being able to choose the best match for yourself wisely. A spiritually mature person doesn't have all the answers to life, the universe and everything, but at the very least they will have given these topics some consideration. Spiritually mature people endeavour to think for themselves because the maturing process actually requires that we question what our family and culture teaches us until we come to our own centre of belief and spiritual truth. This card today is important for you to prioritise spiritual maturity in yourself and your partner. This will aid you in connecting with a true soulmate or allow your existing relationship to grow. An understanding of each other's beliefs and feelings can be realised through a respectful and mindful conversation. Ask your prospective or existing partner what their beliefs are. Never assume. Create a space in your relationship for spiritual maturity to flourish. Have the courage to explore beyond the beliefs and ideals that were handed to you as a child and be willing to take whatever steps are necessary to mature yourself. When you do this, you will attract the best person for you. Okay, so with this card, this is asking you to be more open about your spiritual beliefs. It's asking you to be able to discuss these things openly with a prospective partner. When you are coming from a spiritual compatibility, it is much easier for that relationship to flourish. It's very hard when you have one person's beliefs which are totally opposite to another person's beliefs. Yes, we can be open to what other people's beliefs are, but in an intimate relationship that can be quite difficult sometimes because it's like you're both coming from totally different ideas. And that can have an effect on your relationship. So when you are looking at meeting someone, be very open about your beliefs in this area. Show that spiritual maturity by having the confidence to air your beliefs. Be confident in knowing that you are loved and supported and guided, and the universe wants you to be able to be your authentic self. Source wants you to be your authentic self. And when you are your authentic self, you are coming from a much higher frequency and vibration, which in turn will attract the right person to you, which then gives you a much higher chance for that relationship to work more positively. Okay, now let's see the action you can take or the energy to embrace in order to move in the direction of the kind of partner and relationship you want. Okay, so we have luminosity. So let's see, I think that luminosity is about shining, glowing, being confident. So let's see what the message is that the card has. When a woman glows from within, she naturally attracts a chivalrous male. When you are connected to your divine feminine, you become luminous. Your true nature shines from within and you glow. The luminous woman is the feminine counterpart to the chivalrous male. They are attracted to one another, complement, support, and nurture each other. In this modern age, it can be quite difficult for a woman to find her luminous centre and live from that place because we have fallen into the trap of believing we are supposed to have, be, and do it all of the time. What this usually means is that the woman takes too much upon herself and tries to fill the roles of the men in her life instead of asking for their help. Being luminous requires poise. It is worth the extra effort of patience at first if that is required. Usually what is most effective is an adjustment of perspective. A luminous woman asks for what she needs with respect for the other person's time and feelings, then goes about her day confident that her request will be responded to. If it takes a little longer than she first hoped, she does not become overbearing or critical. She simply focuses on her own life and what she is able to do, thus creating a positive space for the chivalrous male to step into. Whether we like it or not, the responsibility of going first lies with the feminine, as very few men will continue to be chivalrous in the space of a woman who isn't luminous to some degree. Being luminous requires practice, as the feminine helps you to let go of your old patterns of taking over, micromanaging, or insisting things be done your way. The luminous woman in you is calling out for attention, urging you to be graceful and to incorporate some luminous energy into your busy day. Choose one small thing that you can imbue with your luminosity today. Put your request out there and give thanks for it being done. For men, this means that the feminine energy is working within and through you in positive ways. Feel the ways you can become more connected to your heart and able to express your feelings more clearly. So with that, I know, and I can put my hand up for this, that as women, when we ask for something to be done, we expect it to be done straight away. And if it's not, we tend to take over and do it ourselves and then get cranky because the person we asked, the male that we asked, didn't do it when we wanted him to in our expected time of it being done. I've done that. I put my hand up for that. I actually then haven't been very luminous, have I? So how many of you have been in that stage where you've been, let's call it, impatient about having something done, that the male in your life or the partner in your life hasn't stepped up and done it in your time frame. So the action we need to take, or the energy we need to embrace in this, to be in the right space, if you like, to be in a relationship with a chivalrous male, is to find that luminosity, to ask for it to be done, and then be able to just get on, live our life, live the day, whatever, and wait for that task that we've asked to be done to be done. That's a huge, I can say for myself, that's huge. So that's something that I have to learn. Okay, so pile 2, I hope there was something in that message that resonated for you. I hope that helps you resolve any issues that are holding you back from being in the relationship that you want to be in. So again, I thank you for listening, and until next time, thank you. Hi, for those of you who chose this pile 3 or card 3, let's have a look and see what the messages are that have been sent through for you. So the first card is the old pattern or the belief you still hold about relationships and why you are not in the kind of relationship that you long for. Okay, so let's have a look, and the first message is the distorted masculine. Okay, that's very interesting because we had the distorted feminine for pile 1. So let's see what the distorted masculine has to say. Be aware of where the distorted masculine may be showing up in your life. Let it go with love and live a fully blessed life in the now. The distorted masculine is here for all of us to see every day of our lives. It is characterized by an unwillingness to trust, tending to ignore emotions and intuition, wanting proof of everything and insisting on a logical or rational approach. Part of the mode we all grew up with, to a greater or lesser extent, this old paradigm is now becoming obsolete. At first, we may still believe that the distorted masculine owns and runs this world, but if we look closer, we can see that his refusal to acknowledge and support the divine feminine is causing him to wither and die. We have all created the society we live in today, irrespective of our gender. How long the distorted masculine continues to exert his power is up to each and every one of us. The distorted masculine loves bureaucracy, power for the sake of it, and separateness rather than togetherness. He tends to work within a win-lose dynamic where there can only be one winner, one first prize. Taking advantage and taking whatever is available are seen as business as usual in this mode. So naturally we see a lot of distorted masculine in the corporate environment and in the damage done to our forests and oceans. It is tempting to feel helpless in the face of such intense force, but this dragon has a soft underbelly because without the feminine forces to feed him, he cannot survive. You have drawn this card today because the distorted masculine is still influencing your life. Do you live by your clock and your diary, pushing everything aside until your work is done? Do you ignore your intuition or the messages from your body urging you to rest and relax? Are you afraid to feel your emotions for fear of being overwhelmed or appearing weak? Your angels and spirit guides want you to know that now is the time to bring this imbalance to your conscious awareness. Acknowledge it, bless it for what it has taught you, and let it go. It is time to live in and for the present without this influence. So again, it's asking you to find balance, asking you to allow the divine feminine to have some balance with your divine masculine, rather than be completely in the distorted masculine, which is control. Maybe this is one of the reasons why, a belief that you held on to, or you don't realise that this has been a part of you until now. So now let's go to card 2 and see the quality within yourself that you overlook or ignore, that you need to express more openly and confidently. So let's see what that message is. We have creativity. Okay, so let's see what this card is about. So straight away I'm seeing that this is about fun, about joy, connecting with your inner child, having some imagination, showing that creative side of yourself. Do you need to go back to connecting with painting or playing music, making music? This is to show a softer side of yourself. So let's see what the message is that the book has to say about this card. Your world offers endless possibilities and variety, so be creative and enjoy them to your advantage and benefit. Being creative is not just about being artistic or inventive. It's about thinking outside the square and considering different approaches and attitudes. Being creative means that you can turn an ordinary day into a wonderful day by adding a dash of the unexpected. You have drawn this card today because there is never any excuse for excessive repetition or boredom in your life or in your relationships. Routine and habit have their place in life up to a point, but they can quickly dull your senses and enthusiasm. If you are currently seeking a partner, it will be beneficial to explore your own creativity in terms of your attitudes, perceptions and expectations, even the way you listen. Look back over your life and consider where you could have been more creative. Notice where your attachment to routine, predictability, or your ideas about how things should be may have affected your previous relationships. And I'm going to tie that straight back into that distorted masculine energy. Think about what you could do differently from now on, and what habits or rules you might be able to loosen in the name of spontaneity and fun. Bringing creativity in your relationships can be as simple as going to a new restaurant, seeing a movie that wouldn't normally be your style, eating a meal in the garden instead of in front of the television, or finally doing that special something that you have been postponing. So this is about, I suppose, in a way, getting out of that comfort zone of doing the same thing, the routine of doing the same thing over and over again, finding different ways to bring joy into your life. Be open to expressing that. Be open to allowing that side of you to shine through. Okay, so now we'll go to card 3, which is the action you can take or the energy to embrace in order to move in the direction of the kind of partner and the relationship you want. And we have emotional freedom. Okay, so let's see what the message is from this card. Okay. True emotional freedom is liberating in its ability to embrace individuality in yourself and others. In our modern society, we often encounter the notion that being single means you are free, while being in a relationship means you are not. Nothing could be further from the truth. Many single people feel trapped by loneliness and an inability to embrace certain aspects of life without a partner. Indeed, we often find that two people together may accomplish and enjoy much more of what the world has to offer than was possible on their own. You've drawn this card today because deep down you still believe or fear that being in a loving relationship will compromise your personal autonomy and emotional freedom. No matter how much you desire love and commitment on the one hand, there is a part of you that holds back because of this old feeling. No one can truly control you. So this card is suggesting that it's time to reclaim your power, make healthier choices for yourself and act upon them. True emotional freedom is not about keeping secrets from your mate. You may succeed in deceiving your partner, but you cannot deceive yourself in the long run. Rather, emotional freedom is about acknowledging the differing attitudes and perspectives each person holds and creating a relationship that can embrace them all. Then each of you will feel free to think, speak and act authentically while sharing the uniqueness of your experience with each other. This generates a feeling of mutual support, care and understanding, and leads to an amazing freedom that celebrates the truth of who you are. So this is understanding that you may have felt in the past that when you're in a relationship, you cannot be yourself. That you're not able to express your own ideas or your own beliefs. Emotional freedom is where you can be you, and you need to probably look at knowing. So this is a new thing that you need to take on board. You need to be aware of that you are able to be your authentic self in a relationship. You are able to have your own group of friends. You are able to go and do things on your own. You don't always have to be in the company of your partner. So when you embrace that is what emotional freedom is, you are then opening yourself up to knowing that you can be in a relationship where you do have that emotional freedom, where you are able to do the things that you want to do, be the person who you are, express your own ideas and not feel that emotional freedom, that suppression is going to hold you back. Okay, so card 3, I'll leave that there. I hope there was something in the messages that resonated for you, and I hope it helps guide you along a different path perhaps, where you are able to find the relationship that you are looking for. And I do appreciate you taking the time to listen, and until next time, thank you.